experience.
Whew. Imagine being the chosen one,
Jeez.
and then you're
You were
picked
meant
to be sold.
We will never forget. Oh god, I don't even remember what I thought was it like a Gabumon or something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Daruterimon.
Yeah, something like that. It was some rookie or baby, whatever the crap. It's whatever.
Oh man.
God, so that's been going on.
I need to get back into watching like Digimon. I'm all the way caught up with Pokemon so far, and like even in
Yeah,
like the new Pokemon, I'm just gonna go watch Digimon from here on out now.
dude, if you're
Watch the subs. Although,
yes,
the subs are better, unequivocally, but the
Honestly,
dubs do hold up, I think.
yes.
yeah, the dubs are goofy.
I will honestly prefer the subs for Digimon over the dubs for like Pokemon.
Yeah. Something people might not realize that's like the freaking English dub of Digimon just cuts out the original soundtrack, which has like 1 billion legitimately good insert songs in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
Dude,
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
The original songs in the Digimon series are way better than what the dub replaced them with. So, like, the subbed version of the show is legitimately good, and the dubbed version is good if you're looking for a goofy, like, not too serious
Oh yeah.
time. But yeah, subs all the way.
Dude, Frontier just straight up like adds so many one-off insert songs just on a whim, and they're all like surprisingly bangers. The dumb train race episode has an insert song, and it's surprisingly good.
Yeah, and then we have I think I'm gonna be talking about a different Digimon, but it's the Digimon where it's like there's a virus in Thai, and I'm trying to remember. I think it was like Cammy or something like that. Like the one with the bug Digimon. I think it was
Diaboromon?
Easy.
Diaboromon. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're thinking of like
you're talking about the movie.
actual like
the actual movie, like the actual
Yeah,
Digimon movie,
yeah.
the first one. Yeah, I remember that one. I'm trying to remember
man.
like I remember the melody, but like God, that song actually kind of slapped actually during the fight.
That the Digimon movie is a good example of like, yeah, the original score is good, but then like I don't know, some of the music choices for the dubbed version is really good.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you'd watch the Digimon movie dubbed and you get All-Star. You watch it subbed and you get like weirdo music from O2 that no one knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the more popular videos on Death's stream archive channel, which I guess it isn't just the stream archive channel, but Death uploaded like a
Yeah.
comparison between like one of the fight scenes in the movie, and it's like
Yeah, it's a fight scene with Antilamon.
yeah, it's like one of the most popular videos on that channel.
It's like, what's the song? It's like the freaking where it's like, you run around, we run around, yeah, come along for a run, it's whatever the crap.
Yeah.
It's like the dubs that, and the sub is like this really creepy, like, xylophone music, is like Antilamon just wrecks everything effortlessly, and they cut out bits of, like, the fight, and it's, like, so weird.
Oh man.
It's so goofy. I think my favorite ones from like the freaking movie, which I really need to upload as its own video too because it's so funny, is that it's like, okay, so the original like Digimon movie, uh, in the actual like original Japanese and stuff is not one film. It is like a film, another film, and like an OVA, and they just Frankenstein them together horribly.
The most complete
yeah.
The most complete one in the Americanized version is our war game, which is the Diaboromon
Yeah.
movie.
Unsurprisingly, also the best one.
Yep.
And it's like in the third movie slash story slash whatever with like Antilamon and all that stuff. It's like there's an entire thing in the original where the entire plot is that it's like, okay, a freaking like Kokomon slash Wendigomon slash, whatever, is like infected by a virus, and the only way to beat him is for his like tamer to accept that, he's too far gone and choose to murder him. And it's this big ethical dilemma where they have to like go inside him and literally kill him. And the dub, instead of doing that, they just look inside and they're like, oh yeah, we're inside of him. Oh wait, he's pulling at something inside. Oh, he must mean he wants us to like, shoot the origin source of the virus. Yeah, we just have to kill the virus and it'll be fine. And they murder him while shouting, it's time to heal.
Oh God.
It's
Oh,
so
God.
good once you realize what's going on.
It's like, my dear friend, I ask you, kill the virus, and you will save me. Like that, no, that's just what they're thinking. Is like in their head, the monologue voice is like, kill the virus, save friend, friend alive, the virus dead.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, we killed the virus. Why are you both dead? And it's like, you idiot! I didn't ask for none of this. I asked to literally put me out of my misery. Just like save me any way is possible. Any way is okay.
For what's worth, as a dumb kid, I would have never noticed. As a dumb adult, I would have also probably never noticed.
Same. Even if I actually go play it right now, I will probably forget.
Yeah. So here's the thing that makes the change in the dub extra stupid. So when a Digimon dies, they just turn back into an egg, and then they're reborn, and you just have the same Digimon again. There was really no reason to like shy away from the fact that they were killing it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a whole reincarnation thing, and it's like, oh yeah, you just get the egg back, and it just hatches into the exact same Digimon, and sometimes it's implied it remembers you. So,
most times it's implied that you technically killed another version of it, and then you just get like a different Digimon whenever a Digi evolves or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised
in most continuities, I think, or to me, it seems like the Digimon will remember who it was previously, but there are some exceptions.
Yeah, I'm surprised they never did the thing where it's like a partner Digimon dies, and then they just come back as a completely different species of Digimon,
Yeah,
like that'd be a fun, Yeah, because why not, You have a freaking Leomon, it dies, you get the egg, it comes back, turns into Galmar or some crap, That'd be fun.
That would be
Leomon will die.
Leomon will die, and then we'll get a different Digimon instead. And it's like, do you remember me? The answer will always be, yes, I remember you, but I look entirely different.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, it was Tentamon, I think. It was Tentamon, I think, was the bug Pokemon.
Yeah, Tentamon. Yeah, that's the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, the one that I think it evolved into, I think it was
Kabuterimon, yeah. Tentamon, Kabuterimon, Mega Kabuterimon / Ultra Kabuterimon in Japan, and then Hercules Kabuterimon.
I love the Hercules like roach.
It's so good.
He's really cool.
I love the I love the Hercules scarab. It's funny. It's so funny. You just see him just be like, I'm an ordinary Digimon bug. I am an ultimate Digimon bug. I am a mega Digimon bug. I now can snap reality with my claws and feelers.
Yeah. Alternatively, like, the stages go in Japan, child, adult, perfect, ultimate, which only makes things more confusing.
Now, what confuses me a little bit now, is, okay, I think I'm trying to remember the name. It's Digimon Frontiers. Why?
Yes.
The one where they turn into the Digimon?
Yes.
I can answer this question in one sentence, and it's Kamen Rider is popular.
Okay, thank you. I was about to ask that question too. Like, hold up. Why? Like, why? Like, I understand the funny concept. It sells good toys. I used to have them. I gave them away to my older cousin because she was collecting them, and I didn't
Yeah.
want them no more. But
Oh
like,
man.
I
Yeah.
remember,
Go ahead.
I remember Digimon Frontier vividly. I still remember Impmon being like the little shit Digimon, like the
It's Tamers.
Yes.
It's like we got Impmon, and then we have like his actual like Digi evolution, which turns him into a badass motorcycle rider.
Yeah, friggin' Beelzebub.
Yes, and then we have all the other Beelzemon like variants, and then we're just
Yeah.
gonna like skip a couple of like generations of Digimon, and then go to like what one of the more recent like iterations of Beelzemon, which has a fucking cannon.
Yeah, fun
Okay, so
fact. Oops.
so Beelzemon's from Tamers, as is Impmon. The mode with the cannon is just like it's not a different Beelzemon, it's just like an alternate form of regular Beelzemon where he just gets the
Yeah.
cannon and like the wings.
X-Ross was weird. Oh, where are you thinking of like blast mode? Yeah, I think.
I
Yeah,
think
all
he's
right, never
talking
mind.
about
This is
blast mode.
blast mode. Yeah. For some, I'm like, oh yeah, X-Ross Beelzemon. That really not great design.
Honestly, actually. Okay, I will say this right now. Before he became Beelzemon, I liked his style. I liked it.
Yeah,
It was
that mod's
actually
great.
it was actually good actually. And then all of a sudden, like his arc was over. He digivolved and actually like saved the group. And I'm just like, plot armor came in clutch because ain't digi evolution for them apparently from like one of the generals in that series said it took us
Oh yeah.
hundreds of years to actually digivolve or something like that. And then we have
Yeah.
Shoutmon who's just like, you know what? Plot armor activate. Digivolves into Mega Shoutmon. Just ignores like the base Digi evolution and then just into Mega evolution.
Jeez.
Like
Okay, so
Oh man.
I have so many
okay, so
questions there.
oh, I was just gonna say we haven't actually gotten to crosswords yet.
I
I
bet.
think I know exactly what he's talking about though, because it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know there's like a point where Shoutmon just randomly goes to like, it's not that it's his megaform, it's like his ultimate form or some crap, and he's just, sorry, someone's mowing lawn outside.
It's
And
okay.
he's just casually like, oh yeah, I'm ultimate stage now, cool, time to defeat Fang Longmon. And it's like, oh, what? No, don't, that's stupid.
Like for me, it's the same situation with like Vmon. It's like Super Vmon, um, or like
Yeah,
Mega Vmon. I'm like, okay,
XVmon,
like we
Veedramon, Arrow Veedramon, Ulforce Veedramon.
yeah, like we're like skipping some steps and we're like moving around like 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 plot holes I'd love to have context for.
Ulforce Veedramon Zero.
Like man, that's crazy. Ugh.
Oh man. But yeah, fun fact, freaking Beelzemon has an ultimate form now, like, canonically. It's like
Canonically, he
freaking
has one.
Balmon.
Ah, yes, a Baal. I see.
Yeah.
Baalmon.
So that's pretty fun.
Oh,
Yep.
God. I can only imagine. It's like, oh no, we're losing. We need help. Everyone's about to die. And then they're just like looking at like a random like area in the world that they're in, and they're just like waiting for Balmon to just appear out of nowhere because the whole like he can travel through dimensions in the digital realm.
Yeah.
I'm just
They
like,
disappear, they're just a sphere. It's like, oh wow, that's way more literal than I was expecting.
yeah, just Balmon. Yeah, no. Instead of Baal, like Baal, it's Ball.
Yeah.
It's just like a literal ball, a giant ball just bounces on the ground. It's just like, I've come to
Yeah.
save you. It would completely change the entire like feeling of the situation. Everyone's about to kick the bucket, and then you just see Balmon just appear out of nowhere. It's just like manifests themselves into reality and just like crushes the big bad guy under them, and then just bounces on. It's like, you're welcome.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, is there a Digimon that's like just a sphere? I think the
Mamemon.
closest is like Mamimon? Well, yeah, that too, I guess. I was thinking, I guess the closest I'd think of is like Lucimon, like Wrath mode or Dragon mode or whatever the crap, Satan mode. Yeah, it's like that, or maybe like Z Millenniumon
Now these are the
Crystals,
modes
something
that I
like
don't
yeah.
know. I don't know about all these
Actually,
modes actually.
yeah, actually, what am I thinking? Like Quartzmon, duh, yeah.
Uh, anytime you bring up Millenniumon, I'm just gonna be reminded that in Ghost Game, Hero just has like a
Yeah.
universe-ending Digimon like stored in his sock drawer, and they never did anything with that.
Listen,
Oh God.
there has to be an OVA for that series eventually.
I
Otherwise, what the
we
crap?
need an OVA for that because I need to see that. Oh
Now,
God.
did you watch Ghost Game?
Ghost Game. No, I haven't actually. I need to add that
Oh
stuff to like my
man.
list.
I would say don't, but it actually does have a lot of really good animation. But yeah, the lack of plot development is like extremely frustrating.
If you watch Digimon Ghost Game, go into it expecting Monster of the Week for 90% of it.
Wow.
You
Like,
will
Okay
be
don't.
then.
you're not there to watch a serialized show. You're there to watch Goosebumps with the same cast. That's it. Yeah.
Goosebumps with the same cast.
I mean, yeah,
God.
kinda. It's a good description. That show is for us who was expecting a plot development to happen like throughout the story, throughout the series, and
Yeah.
for it to go somewhere. It was really disappointing week to week.
Yeah, I think it was like early on. There was a joke where I was like, "Oh yeah, every episode's gonna be like, oh, Parrotmon is here, and he's like angry because of bird bull crap, and they have to like talk him down because bird, and then that's the episode, and there's a mystery or something, and
God
it's
no.
like that ended up being the entire show,
The
unironically.
entire
Like,
show is literally, oh no, Birdman is having a problem with bird shit, and we
with
need
literal
someone to
bird
save
shit.
us.
There
Yeah.
there is an episode where the conflict of the episode is a big bird Digimon is freeing all the other like regular birds, and they have to get them back.
We
Or
have to
better yet,
like
Phoenix Mon.
stop the bird from freeing all the birds from the zoo.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
That
I can even add one more. Add Phoenix
mm.
Mon to that list. Let's just make it better. Just there. Just add Phoenix Mon.
Oh man.
I mean, sure, why not? Because so Phoenix Mine's a mega level. Ghost Game will throw in Digimon that are way too high level for the protagonist to deal with, and sometimes it's handled good. Sometimes the solution is to talk them down. Sometimes they beat them in a fight somehow, and it doesn't make sense.
It makes zero sense sometimes. I sit here asking myself, how the heck does 7 kids and a couple of Digimon beat something that's like a godlike entity?
Well, usually they get plot power ups, and that allows them to defeat the enemy.
Yeah.
There's an episode where a champion defeats like 3 or 4 ultimate levels by itself
Yes. Oh yeah, that's the one.
by like eating them or something. It's like
Yeah,
what?
he just blasts them apart. He just does it.
He just
He's
does it
also
free.
yeah, he's also like the main antagonist of the series, so it makes sense that he's really powerful. But there's still the issue of a champion shouldn't be that strong, which they explain away, but it's not great.
Yeah, they explain away by being like, no, listen, this character is really powerful because he is this thing, and that means he's really powerful. And it's like, why does he have the thing though? And it's never explained.
Yeah. there is another episode where he defeats it like a single ultimate by himself, and this happened before like the 3 or 4 at a time.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but the way he did it makes sense. Like he point blank like blasts like shoots a like an energy blast into their mouth or something, and like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I don't care how powerful you are, that's gonna wreck you. But like then the
It
episode
makes
came around
sense,
where he
and
defeats
it's
like 3 or
also,
4, and it's like, ugh.
yeah. Like the first time makes sense, and it's also like really cool. So it's like, okay, fair enough. Second time, it's like, all right, this is getting really dumb. This is like actually
it's
annoying.
actually kind of dumb. It's crazy. It's like, why on earth can this one champion Digimon say, you know what? Instead of the jumping that you guys are doing, I'm gonna do a reverse jump and jump you 4 or 5. And then it just proceeds to just somehow get away with reverse
man.
jumping them.
Yeah. God. I don't know why first so when we were talking about like the different themed episodes, I thought for sure Lucky was going to bring up the episode where like freaking the whole plot is that people are being mean to cats, I guess. So a cat Digimon just shows up and hypnotizes people into like digging their own graves and burying themselves alive.
Yeah.
And they get away with it.
They just they talk her down and then they just let her go.
It's so bad. It's so dumb. It's so funny though. I think that's like the vibe for Ghost Kids. Like expect crap to be really weird and like kind of dumb, but hey, there's some fun episodes in there. There's some good ones.
There are good episodes. It's just
yeah, and the animation is going off every time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Man.
Oh gosh. Okay. Oh man. Now, since y'all know more about Digimon more than me, can I ask you this question real quickly?
Go for it.
What are y'all's opinions on the most recent like Digimon quote MMORPG that they kind of like brought out?
The most recent one, is that the one where it's like actually what?
Supposedly it's
because now there's
3D.
like one I played. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about or not.
So it's supposedly 3D and it was in the makings for like a couple of years. People have made videos on it and it is trying to it's trying its best to say it's kind of like Pokemon, more like it, but
Is it Digimon Masters Online?
Masters Online, yes.
Okay, I think that was the one I did play. I'm not sure though. I accidentally clicked something trying to Google like which one this is.
Wait, is this auto chess?
Wait, what? Wait,
so
hang on.
Have you played Teamfight Tactics, the League of Legends auto chess thing?
Oh,
wait,
yes.
this might be different from the one I played. I don't think I've heard of this yet.
There used to be a different kind of Digimon like Masters like online. It was a third person over the shoulder MMORPG where it was with the 3-man group of Digimon tamers that had, if I remember correctly, let's see. I'm trying to remember Agumon, let's see. I'm trying to remember the other two. There was like a bear. There was like a wolf Digimon with boxing gloves, and there was yeah, and then there was, I'm trying to remember, the lady with, I think it was Lilymon, as like a Digimon or something like that. Like I'm trying to remember exactly the
Lalamon or something. No, it's probably like Palmon.
Yeah, Palmon probably. Yeah, like I remember that vividly, and the show was actually kind of good, and then when they went to the second or third season, they kind of went out of pocket.
Yeah, Dea Squad, right?
Yeah, yep.
So I know that there was like a bad Digimon MMO that I haven't played any of them, so I'm just kind of looking up Digimon MMOs.
Yeah. So that's the one I played. This is something different that I somehow haven't heard of, and it actually looks really cool. But it's like, I remember I distinctly played the bad one, and my experience was I win with Agumon. I, like, tried to farm Digimon, because I'm like, well, I don't want Agumon, I want, like, a Demi-Devimon or something. And then it was extremely grindy, and it sucked, and it wasn't that fun. And,
Yeah,
everything was super, like, pay to win. And I
I
looked
remember
at some
that.
forums, and it was like, oh yeah, start off with a Galmon, or you don't get a top tier. And I was done with it.
Mm.
Right, I also remember I there's a whole thing where it's like you can set so that you say specific things when you use special attacks. And I distinctly remember, like, I was just like, I think I was like a kid or teenager at the time or whatever. So I just made a bunch of dumb like freaking Happy Gilmore references or some crap, and apparently it would not let me say "You're gonna die, clown."
Oh god,
Uh, uh,
man, I'm
yeah,
looking this stuff
I
up
haven't.
too.
Yeah, I heard the Digimon MMO was bad, so I've never touched it. I do play an MMO. So does Death. We played Final Fantasy 14, but
That is a
Yeah.
uh,
really good game. I
Yeah.
I used to
Man.
play that a lot until I couldn't pay for the subscription. I'm waiting for Yoshi
ah,
P to just say, "Hey, yo, for those of you who made an account like recently and also the past few years, hey, congratulations. You guys get to play the game for free because we make enough money through cosmetics." I hope.
Just
I don't. I don't think they're gonna do that. But
I don't think so either.
they do keep extending the free trial. Like as of the
yeah.
next expansion, or maybe the next patch, I'm not sure which. It's gonna go all the way up to Stormblood, which is like 2 expansions in.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
that's like right before freaking Shadowbringers, which was like the big one. So it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a lot.
truly. I am at the very moment in. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Give me a second. I'm in like the second expansion. I'm just like in the beginning part of it. I'm just getting
Oh
into it.
yeah.
But
See,
Man,
like I
see,
I
you quit at the wrong time because
I
that's when it
didn't.
gets
I
really good.
like so I didn't quit. I just couldn't pay for it.
Right.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But like
You do what you gotta do,
yeah,
right?
but like sometimes I actually do help out some of my friends that need help with like, hey, do you know how to be a bard? I just tell them, hey, I'm gonna tell you something that's very, very important and write this down. Get like an actual notepad. I just tell them that. I'll waste their time for a little bit and just say, you have no rotations. You legit have nothing. Just
Just
press
hit
buttons
buttons.
and see what happens. Same as machinist. Press buttons, see what happens. Your physical range. You have nothing to worry about unless you're dancing. Then you do.
Yeah.
It's
But
unless
How do I
even then,
play? Yeah.
it's
even
even
then it's
then it's
still just
literally shake
press
it.
buttons.
It's
For
literally
dancers, it's still just press buttons. It's just press the buttons it's telling you to press.
yes, play
How do
DDR
I play
basically.
Bard? Here's a nice secret no one will tell you. The answer is don't.
Or better yet, here's a nice secret about Bard. You just play Limzo. You just play Limza and just play your instrument there. That's how you play Bard. Cause you're not getting an
Yeah.
invite. You're not getting
You
an
just
invite.
you just RP as a band, and that's the fun of the class.
That is the legitimate fun of the class. You just play
Uh,
Bard and Limza, and then or you just go to Almiga, and then just play your instrument, and people just show up.
Listen, you know how many cat girls bards can get? It's more than I do.
Dear God, it's more than I can. I saw. It's more than I can get doing raids all day. I could do raids for like a month straight, and I still wouldn't have enough. I wouldn't still have enough gil than like my friend who actually has like a female like aura, and all they did was dance or play instrument as a bard. I don't know why. I don't know how, but how do they make more money than I do? than than me doing raids. I'm doing like
Because role players are nuts.
role players are, for some odd reason, the most goated and most richest people in
It's the
14.
true end game.
Actually.
Oh man.
I could never make money like role playing because I get so weird when people talk to me in game, especially if their avatar is like right there to actually talking to me. It's like I know that sounds weird, but it's like I was walking through a town and I had like a Goku like glamour set up.
Yeah.
And somebody complimented me on it. I'm like, oh yeah, thanks. Anyways, gotta go, and I like teleported back to like my house. It's like I'm so bad at talking to people.
I'm not
It's like
gonna
that
lie.
one anime, like Watamote, like they just talk to you, they're like, oh yeah, nice outfit. They're like, thanks, I guess I'll go die now, and you just run off. Oh man.
Oh my god.
Honestly, like, yeah, I did actually, like, do some crap and stuff, but yeah, it was, like, a while during, like, Final Fantasy 14, I, like, worked as a freaking maid cafe girl.
Oh god. I have a friend who's a DJ who DJs.
Yeah.
He's a Final Fantasy 14 DJ. Those actually exist, actually, funnily enough. And they actually
Oh,
do make
yeah.
bank. Yeah, they make bank. They make a lot of guilt and actual money for some odd reason.
Oh, man. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Safe for work, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, unfortunately it didn't last long. People just kind of like, had our things and things fell apart and it wasn't as popular as we wanted. But I did get to meet Krall, that was fun.
Yeah, that was really nice to meet Cryo.
Yeah, the Krall just shows up,
Uh,
Yeah, crazy.
by the way, I'm still just like questioning myself. Why should I be crying once I get past Heaven's Sword?
Um,
I mean, this. Well, I mean, I don't want to spoil it.
My guess is
well,
someone
Heaven's
important.
Word is going to make you cry, and then Stormblood is going to make you feel very patriotic for a nation that doesn't exist. And then Shadowbringers is going to make you cry again, but like harder.
Oh
For
god.
very complicated reasons.
So it's like, we
Storm-
saved the world! I'm crying and I'm depressed now. I'm feeling very patriotic right now. And
So-
and then it's like, why? Why do I feel this pain? Why am I feeling this level of pain and depression? Why should I be feeling this now? Should I just send my emotions to someone else in the world?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
So, Stormblood had me feeling two different ways because there's two nations that you help. You help Kugane, which is Japan, and you help Alamigo, which is I don't know, some dust ball out in the middle of nowhere. Couldn't care less about Alamigo, and it doesn't help that the character associated with it is annoying.
Oh man.
Saving Kugane was cool though, and you like rally all the troops and like there's like this big war scene and everything.
Yeah, you have a little
like-
samurai adventure.
Yeah, I don't give a crap about Alamigo though.
Oh man.
Nobody cares about Al Amigo. And then everybody after is just like, maybe we should care about Al Amigo. And then everyone's like, no!
Well, it's like
Yeah.
Kugane has like a colorful cast of fun characters, and then there's one character who represents the Alamigo portion of the expansion, and nobody likes her. It's
I
like,
see.
of course I don't care about Alamigo.
Oh man, I'm glad I'm not the only one who felt that way. No, it's like,
pretty
oh,
sure-
I don't really care that much about you.
I'm pretty sure that's how most people feel.
Oh man.
Stormblood's good, it's still the weakest expansion though.
Oh yeah. Like
Whew.
Stormblood happens, and meanwhile, there is a guy who writes the Dark Knight job class quest. And it is undeniably the best job class quest like chain in the game.
Yes, it is,
And
absolutely.
immediately after that, the like game devs and stuff were like, "Hey, people really like that one. You want to be the main scenario writer?" And they're like, "Heck yeah, let's do it." And they've just taken over ever since.
And it's the best decision
Actually.
they've made.
It's
Oh,
like Bard's
man.
just like, my job is complete. My quest is done. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, I main Dark Knight because of that quest line. Like, I thought it
Oh,
was that
yeah?
good.
It's really good.
I literally
Man.
main Bard, and I'm going to be getting White Mage leveled up here once I actually have money to pay for the subscription. I'm gonna be guiding my friends through 14, and the only thing I'm gonna tell them is, don't fuck up.
What data center are you on?
I think I should be on. Let's see. It should be in the north. I should be in like North America. I'm trying to remember. Is that Balrog?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Balrog.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I will
mean-
be on Balrog. Yeah, but since we
I don't-
can now like transfer to different like data centers, I'm just like, well, I'm free range, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
We have a free range monster on the loose.
I think you might mean Balmung. I don't think there is a Balrog server, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna check. I'm looking it up. I don't remember.
Oh man, all the you like get to Showbears, and one of the first things you go an entirely new like area, like an entirely new city that's separate from everything else, and a character's like, "Oh yeah, and here's our market, and here's where we sell tombstones," and your character's just like, "Oh god, please don't, no, don't."
It's like, please, please, just
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you must mean Balmung.
yeah, Balmung.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Balmung. It's been a hot minute since I played 14.
It's all good.
It's like I think I stopped just before Shadowbringers came out.
Yeah, okay. So just before the wave of WoW refugees made the game
I
unplayable
heard
for a
about them.
bit.
I heard about it. I heard about the WoW
Oh, man.
refugees. I was like, damn, those guys got beat. I feel bad for those guys.
Oh man.
God, I feel bad for them. They really don't deserve what they just got.
Hey, I welcome the WoW refugees because they get to play a good game.
Yeah, I welcome them too. I'm not like everybody else who was like, y'all need to leave. And I'm like, no, they don't. We need them. We need these
Listen,
guys.
it's always it's always a good time to jump ship from Blizzard, because no matter when you go, you're going to leave before an even worse scandal happens.
Actually.
And there will be a worse scandal.
There will be. They will literally say, now, what can we beat the last one with? And one of them is just running in through the doors. Like, guys, I have an amazing idea. What is it? Let's go with this scandal. And it's like, yeah!
They
Promote
figured out how
that
to make
guy.
us look worse.
It's like, alright, people are getting used to the sexual assault stuff. What should we go for, corporate fraud or blackface?
Oh,
And it's like, you gotta
Lord.
vary it up a bit.
Blizzard is just digging their tombstones up from the... Like, no, they're just
Oh,
digging their
God.
graves right there. At this point, they're
Yeah.
just digging their graves. They're just saying, hey, I have an idea. Let's go on and try and see how fast we can get ourselves in more trouble. And then the community is like, why are you doing this? Like
They're
why?
at the board meeting. They're like, "Oh, are people still angry at NFTs? Can we do that?"
I think I saw like a YouTube video with a title implying that they're finally getting rid of Bobby Kotick, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at this real
God.
quickly. That guy gets paid more money than they actually do allow people to, like make video games. And I'm just like, okay, Nintendo does a better job at using their money. Their owner just gets paid like 3 million, 3.5 million. The rest of like
Yeah, that's fair.
the rest of their resources goes into their video games and their employees and make sure they get paid most. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
like I saw like a meme comparison to like Bobby getting paid like 35, like 33 like $1 million, and then the owner of Nintendo, I think it was like Bowser. I think it's Bowser now.
Yeah, Doug Bowser, or at
Yeah.
least a spokesman or whatever. Yeah.
He's Nintendo America, but yeah.
Yeah, he's Nintendo America, but the actual CEO for like, like main Nintendo gets paid like $3.5 million, and the rest of whatever the money they make every year goes to the employees and the like studios that they're partnered with.
Yeah, 3.5 million a year is more than he could ever need anyways. Like Bobby Kotick making
yeah.
like 33 million a year is absolutely absurd. Apparently sometimes people working for Blizzard like can't afford to buy lunch. Like
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Blizzard is cartoonishly evil.
It is too
Yeah,
cartoonishly
maybe if
evil.
we took like what 10 million, just passed it down, it would help that bit.
Man. Oh god. Okay, so going back to like the whole like MMO like conversation, how is Final Fantasy 14 for y'all so far?
It's good.
I'm still playing it.
That's
Yep.
amazing.
It's good enough that I based my VTuber model off of my character.
Yeah, Death's model is just his character.
Yeah, just straight up. I was
Damn.
like, you know what? Yeah, this is good. And I went to a guy, I'm like, hey, make this. And it's like, okay.
For me, I'm now thinking of like whenever I can getting back into 14 and then just using my free like glam to basically no using my free like that character,
Fantasia.
yeah, my free
Yeah.
Fantasia, and actually changing my human into a aura so I can just have my horns and the hair.
Yeah.
'Cause
Worth knowing that, like, there are archdemon horns you can get that are, like, just free head glamours.
I know.
Yeah.
And,
Oh
and the
man,
only
I'll say
thing
if anyone wants to use their free Fantasia, we might be getting like freaking female Hrothgar this like expansion. So I don't know, maybe see if they do that or not.
yeah. I mean, that's gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah, that's good. Listen, the furries are gonna be so grateful no matter what they do, and no one will be angry at all.
Yeah, Yoshi P's like, hey yo, to all the communities that I see out there, I got you. I got you. I got you
Yeah.
guys. Stay tuned, I got
probably-
you.
Probably still won't be able to wear hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, the hats
Also-
are.
Yeah. Also, somebody would be disappointed.
I mean, there
Like,
is like
yeah.
there's like a very tiny bowler hat, right?
There are like a few like random pieces of headgear that Hrothgar can wear. Same with Vieira, but it's not a lot of them.
Yeah. I still don't get why it's like you can't just, have the ears or whatever just clip through the hat. It's like, if we followed this logic, then no race with the tail should be able to wear a cape because it'll clip through horribly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless they actually do the extra effort and make the cape more like flexible, more fluid with the tails.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. So the initial reasoning for no hats for Hrothgar and Vieira was because they would have to go back and redo like every piece of headgear in the game to allow it. And it's like, okay, that's fair. But then they kept releasing new items that they would be making from scratch and not like making them in a way that Hrothgar and Vieira could wear them. And it's like, okay, your excuse is kind of not making any sense now if you're not gonna make the new items work.
Yep.
Yeah, they just really don't want you to wear hats if you're a rabbit.
It's like, if you are a rabbit or if you are a Haraskar, you, by the rule of the great Yoshita P, are not allowed to use hats or any headgear that will mess with your ears, horns, or any extra appendages. And I'm just like, damn. Thank God I'm a human.
What if the ears just clip through and we just pretend there's holes in the hat?
Then what if
Sometimes they do that.
Then what if the ears just poke out of a piece of metal on your head?
Yeah, why not?
Like what I'm
Listen,
thinking.
it's not gonna be protecting or anything, but screw it, it's good enough.
But like what I'm thinking is that they just have different variants of all the armors whenever they're on different like races. Like the Hrothgar get like cool jewelry for their helmets along with their actual helmets in question. There's like jewelry all over the horns and like necklaces and stuff like that. And then we have the Viera where like they have like earrings or something like something like Final Fantasy. I'm trying to Final Fantasy 12, like Final Fantasy 12 or 13, where
12 and Tactics are the ones with Viera.
okay, my
Yeah.
head was like trying to find something there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
13's the one where it's a hallway and the story's just kind of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any Final Fantasy that takes place in Ivalice has Viera, including 14 because it's like far flung into the
Yeah.
future after the Ivalice games.
It's so goofy at 14. Like, 14 is so in Evilise that they just straight up have a quest where you meet Fran. She just appears.
And then we just got
Yeah.
like a different version of Sid, and I'm just like, not the same
Yeah,
Sid,
it's-
but I'll take it.
Well, every
No,
Final
it's-
Fantasy has a Sid.
Yes.
From what I remember, it's implied it's like the Fran, like she just lives a really long time. And it's like, okay, huh?
Makes some sense. It makes some sense. Fran lives for as long as Yoshi P and Square Enix can remember them.
Fran lives as long as she's popular, which makes her immortal.
Actually,
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's not the actual Fran. I'm pretty sure it's just another Viera with the same name and looks because hey, look, it's that character.
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't know enough about 12 to know for sure.
Viera are long-lived. I don't think they're so long-lived that they live like thousands of years.
You would think not, but
Honestly, I'm just surprised that no one in 14 ever thought like, hey, why don't they just like invent the cryogenic stasis? I mean, we got like mages that can just freeze people and like completely near indefinitely if they're like, kept in a freezer. So
would
what's
you
stopping
believe me if I said they actually do that? Kind of.
I would.
Right?
I would.
Yup.
Oh, they
Oh yeah. Yup,
Yeah.
it happens.
kinda. It's a very, very specific, special circumstance.
Oh
but-
yeah.
So
Oh,
not
that's
something
great though.
not something you can mass produce, but yeah.
Oh man.
And then the one meme that always reminds me 14 will always be the best game is that canonically Donald Duck is literally the most powerful person in 14.
Yes.
I think I saw people posting that somebody in 16 like dethrones Donald there.
What? A primal using Zeta
No.
Flare?
I think there's another character who does something higher than Zeta Flare. I'm not
Oh my
like I don't
God.
know. I haven't played 16 yet. I
Oh
don't
God.
know. It's
someone
but I'm-
dethroned Donald.
yeah.
Someone
Wow.
dethroned
I
the duck.
refuse to believe it until I see it for myself, but because it's just too funny that Donald Duck is the strongest mage in Final
It-
Fantasy canon.
Honestly, it
it's
makes
too
too much
funny.
sense.
It makes too much. Okay. So for me, I just think that the people behind Kingdom Hearts copied Marvel by having a duck of their own, being, you know,
Mm.
like OD as hell, like being so overpowered. He literally just bends reality if he really wants to. And it's like when he was first aired in like a movie, not a lot of people bat an eyelash about a talking duck, walking and talking, doing business, doing law and order, and then not bat an eyelash asking, can he fly? Why is he talking? Why is he like smoking a cigar? Why is he a detective?
Are we talking Howard the Duck?
Yes, Howard. We're talking about the
Oh,
man
okay.
Yeah.
himself, Howard.
All I know about that movie is that you see duck tits, and that has always stuck with me.
You know, as a kid, I never ever noticed that. As an adult, my mind has been completely boggled.
Okay.
I only know that because I've never seen the movie, but I saw the Nostalgia Critic review of it,
Critic review.
and he points it out, and it's like, oh, that's weird.
Oh my god.
Oh
Freaking
gosh.
duck tits.
Didn't need to see it,
Uh,
but here it is.
it's there.
It's
That's
there,
the most
alright.
memorable thing about that universe.
Yep.
Oh well, I don't think the MCU ever got around to doing anything with Howard the Duck, but at least they gave Cosmo a good shot in the new movie.
Yeah, they did give. They also wait. They did give Howard a like little thing. They gave him a scene. I think it was with
Yeah.
part 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think it's the first
man.
one. He's like an end credits like joke thing.
Yeah.
The end credit.
And the new
joke
one,
that
they
he got
actually
out.
make like Cosmo a character, and they give an arc to the best boy in the galaxy.
Yeah. Man, that was funny. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see.
Oh man.
So I had
Yeah?
like a bunch of questions. I need to find them actually.
Oh, okay.
I feel like this is only going to raise further questions.
Yes, indeed. Some of it would probably raise further questions. I think
Oh,
one of
man.
them. I think one of them just automatically is. Do you have any like? Okay, so is there any way for us to like follow you, like get notifications about on your videos and stuff like that? Any socials you would like to like shout out?
Just straight up like Twitch's Death Hollow, which is spelled exactly as I say it.
Oh yes, D.
Remember, there's no A in death.
DETH hollow.
Yeah, YouTube is
Because-
the same.
Because the way you say it, Deeth, would lead me to believe it's DEETH.
Yeah, that's probably confusing. Whatever, it's fine. People will figure it out. I trust the intelligence of the internet.
The
I
internet
don't.
is smart. I trust, believe, genuinely believe.
Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow.
Thanks.
It's a shame I'm not live, so people can't see my fun little animation of like Pokemon coming out of a box and freezing Rinamon.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, so, I never really properly introduced myself. I'm, Masked Hero Lucky. It's, just that with underscores in between the words on Twitch and, I think YouTube? I think I changed my name to just be no underscores on YouTube, I don't think. But that's where I archive my streams. You can just call me Lucky. That's pretty much it. Twitch and YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. I do have a Twitter. Don't look it up. It's bad. It's bad.
Understandable.
It's all just me complaining about anime and politics and dumb crap because I really need to get my shit together.
My man, I'm gonna say this right now. I will say this real quickly. There was like one point where I was just talking about one anime called World Trigger, and I'm like, People,
heck
people
yeah!
really sleep on that stuff. They literally
Oh,
sleep on
yeah.
it. I'm just like, why are people sleeping on a good anime?
Yeah. Oh man, I do admit it. It's like, yeah, the first season is a bit rough because it like with the manga, it doesn't open with like, the best like sort of scenario, and it's like, the anime has a lot of weird like directing stuff that's kinda not great. But then it gets so good and the manga's so good though. Holy crap. Yeah, no, audience, watch World Trigger. Give it a chance.
Yeah,
It's worth it. It's
actually.
a good show.
And like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. So when the mangaka made the animated series, I read the manga first. I read it to completion.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. It's so like I personally like thought that hey, it's so good you can actually make your own like you can make an OC and then actually have it technically be canon in that universe cuz technically there is a lot of stuff that happened where it can make reasoning for your character to exist.
Yeah.
And then
Man, World Tour is so good because it's like everyone uses like standardized abilities and equipments and stuff. And
there's
it's like
people with like
detailed
special
enough that it's like,
talents.
oh yeah, what's your loadout? And it's like, alright, well you get like this, or this, and you just make your class. And it's like, yeah.
And then we go into like innate traits or stuff like that that they make for themselves whenever they're using like their Treon forms is what they call for like their
Yeah.
powered up forms.
Tryon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tryon. Like like they basically just said, hey, yo, since this one character has a hypersense to like hypersensitive smell, this character also has something to counteract something like that similarly. And the only reason why they're so
Yeah.
like good and fighting is because they have hypersenses. And I'm just like, I, I someone needs to make like a video game. Like that anime deserves a video game. Like, do you think so?
Oh yeah, absolutely. God, Lucky, I should probably mention this because you probably haven't like seen this or whatever, but it's like, yeah,
Nope.
World Trigger is an entire system called like side effects, and it's like, all right, if you have enough like energy and potential and stuff, you get a hidden psychic ability. And the ability is like usually something that's like very mundane and like utility focused, right? Like the main guy's ability is like, oh, he can just detect when people are like actively lying.
A
It
walking lie
doesn't tell him,
detector.
yeah. Well, it doesn't tell him the truth, and it doesn't help him in combat. He just like, you say something that's like an active lie that you know is a lie, and his eyes just like, just goes dark, and he's like, okay, yeah, no, that's a lie. It's ours, and our character is like, he's like, oh, he can just like sense people's emotions, and it kind of gives him a bit of an advantage, but it's like, it's very much just like, okay, like this is why he's like a stuck up, like angsty
Thank
prick,
you, thank you,
because
Cyber Mama Pink.
he can like
Thank you very
feel
much for the
everyone's
follow.
hatred
Make
towards
yourself
him,
at home.
and so he's just like, screw all of you, I can feel your thoughts. I know how you feel about me, yeah.
And then
Like,
we have one of the main characters like huge inspirations to being a Tryon soldier who can just like see the future.
Yeah, that's the nut. It's like it's so mundane and normal, and you have the one guy who's like, "Oh yeah, I just like see the infinite possibilities of like the future and see like potential timelines and stuff." And it's like, okay, that dude is nutty.
that
Yeah, I'm
sounds
like
way more useful than everything else you've said.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, immediately.
Immediately, I'm just like, this man gave that stuff up immediately in a duel. I'm just like, hold up a second. Okay, how it happened? So the person who's inspired by that guy who can see into the future, he has no psychic ability. He has none except for feeling emotions. I think. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know entirely yet, but he is one of the most weakest ones. Yet he is the most sturdiest. So
Oh man.
so he challenged someone who was way out of his league, out of his pay grade, and we already know what happened. He got beat. He got completely washed. His face was used as a mop to mop the floors and the walls of the entire building. And this and I'm just like you literally gambled your psychic ability that is linked to your one item that helps you transform and
Yeah.
fight. How on earth are you going to say it was fair? It was a fair fight when it was literally one-sided from the beginning.
Oh man.
So it's like
Yeah.
isekai or
No,
Uh,
it's like modern. It's like modern Japan mixed with Kamen Rider, but a little bit more alien.
Okay.
yeah, it's like
Modern day with
sci-fi.
superpowers.
Yeah.
got it.
Technically, it's a reverse isekai. So the plot of World Trigger, okay, is that it's like, all right, we make contact with like other dimensions. And it's like, okay, beings from our dimensions just sort of like come through the portal and they're like invading our world. So it's like, all right, we have to like use their own technology to like basically develop like, freaking what's the term? Shonen battle bull crap to fight them basically.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole joke is that it's like, all right, you basically like you create a fake body out of like energy that looks like you, and that's what does the fighting. But it's like, when it's out, it like disappears, and you're just stuck there, and you have to hit the like, emergency exit to teleport back. But it's like because of that, because they can like fight without like dying or like really injuring each other, they have a like a whole entire like intergovernment like organization where everything's decided by like PvP team fights, and it basically just turns into like a weirdo like sort of fighting game thing,
It's like a tournament arc.
It's like, yeah, it's like the sport is like shonen combat, and you can just like maul each other as much as you like, and it'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good sub. It's like dudes are literally getting their like limbs chopped off, they're getting like impaled and like like blasted to bits and everything. And like yeah, you just bail out and you just pop back at your little base, and it's like, oh man, hey, how's the match going? Yeah, sorry I lost. That sucks.
And like what's
Yeah,
even
they had
more
like 3 snipers. It was a bad matchup.
it was a very bad matchup actually. 3 snipers
Oh,
versus
man.
2 melee and 1 sniper. Who did you think won?
Yeah, that's one of the really fun things is that it's like because it's a lot of like PvP stuff with the same like like equipment and setups. Like they very quickly develop a sort of meta, and it's like you can follow the meta game and it makes sense.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if people just said, you know what? It's gonna be a while until the next release of the next season. Might as well go on and try and say, hey, let's go make our own manga of their own characters going
Yeah.
through the tournament arc and then just getting out immediately.
God, it would be such a good tabletop role-playing game.
Actually.
It would be so easy to just plug the stuff in and just do it.
Literally plug in the good ideas from the actual mangaka themselves. They're like, I like
Yeah.
how you took my idea and then you actually made it possibly a good game. And I want someone to actually do that and just be like, hey, we just got paid by the actual studio to actually
Yeah.
do this. That would be amazing. And then
Yeah, just
there's
hey, I'm gonna
another
make yeah.
there's another game. No, there's another anime, Log Horizon. That
I'm
deserves
not
its own
familiar
game.
with this one, but I've heard the
Okay,
name.
it is a game that should have been released. Okay. So, Log Horizon is a game that actually was supposed to be released this year. Funnily enough, along with supposedly as Sword Art Online. You probably know that one. So
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So Log Horizon, Dot Hack, Cell World, those 3 animes were the first ones to get it right before Sword Art Online.
Wait, I know Excel World was made by the same guy behind Sword Art Online. Like it's the same guy behind the light novel.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Log
Because I remember
Horizon.
hearing a whole thing where it's like Excel World's whole definition of being better at games is just being like faster. And it's like, you're not wrong.
Yeah, and like here's the thing. So same universe for Cell World and Sword Art Online. Log Horizon and Dot Hack. Dot Hack is a really good anime and it has a lot of good games. I honestly recommend you guys try like watching Dot Hack. It aged kind of well, and
Yeah,
the video games are actually kind of good too.
I've
So
honestly wanted to play the games, but I don't feel like I've ever heard anything great about the anime. All I know is the anime's about a guy who cannot log out.
yes, that's kind of basically it. So Dot Hack was the first one to make all the other isekai like video game based like anime to like to run. So Dot Hack was the
Yeah,
first one to walk. Log Horizon, Acel World, Sword Art Online were the ones that were able to run.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, like it's like they're all amazing except for like Sword Art Online because of reasons.
Yeah,
But like yeah, genuinely. And then there's actually a Korean like manhwa that got turned into a anime that actually kind of slaps. It actually slaps better than
yeah.
actual Sword Art Online.
Uh,
I'm
I'm
trying to.
trying to think like what you're talking about because like, is it the King's Avatar or
King's
is
Avatar.
this
Yeah,
like?
King's Avatar,
Okay,
actually.
yeah, all right, I've heard of that one. I've heard King's Avatar is like really good, and I just haven't got around to checking it out yet.
No, it's understandable.
Oh man, I finally did get around to check out like High Score Girl if nothing else, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah. And then there's another anime that came out a couple years ago. I think it's I'm scared of taking damage, so I maxed out my defense or something like that.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
basically
I've heard of that one.
yeah, then there's that one, which is actually kind of good. It's actually kind of good.
Yeah, there's some like weirdly solid isekai out there, and it's like every time I try and watch it, I'm like, okay, well, let's give this a go. And the main character is overpowered again, and I'm like, all right, this is such a turn off.
Yeah, no, yeah, main character can't be OD like out of the gate. Now, Ainz, Overlord, it has a pass on that.
Yeah,
Overlord has a pass on that. It is
yeah, I did
perfectly
see
fine.
Overlord.
It makes
Yeah.
sense, right?
Yeah, Overlord at least has that like hook, right? It has a good hook where it's like, all right, we're just going to follow an evil skeleton wizard do evil skeleton wizard things. It's like, you know what? Done. I'm in.
Yeah, it's like you know what? Fuck it, let's go. Let's just go with this. This is
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
We're okay.
and he's yeah, and he's like a high level like guild leader or something when the game shuts down and he gets transported into it or whatever. So it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just
I
like
am here for the arc where Ainz just watches two lizards bang each other. It gets really uncomfortable.
that was the most uncomfortable thing I felt for
Oh
Ainz.
man.
I felt uncomfortable for him.
And
I
so his minions are surround, just like, hey, what's that? And he's like, don't worry about it.
He's like, you don't need to know. Cover your eyes.
Uh,
Undoubtedly. Overlord is funny as heck.
oh man.
Oh god. And by the way, what kind of platform do y'all watch y'all's anime on? If y'all don't mind
I
me
don't
asking.
I don't watch anime too often, but when I do, I usually just watch stuff on Crunchyroll. And if it's not on Crunchyroll, I find other ways to watch it.
Yeah, that's a good way to phrase it.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good like sites out there. It's like, yeah, if it's like if they're going scumbags and if you can't really find it and they're just doing crappy, it's like there's ways.
There's a will,
You
there's a
know,
way.
listen, just do it or you think is ethical.
Yeah.
Uh, that's probably a good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I pay for Crunchyroll, and it's like, oh, it's the ethical way because they pay like the studios or whatever. It's like, well, not really. It's like, uh, the whole thing's a mess.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I know
the only
exactly what you mean.
yeah the only ethical way to watch it is to buy the extremely overpriced DVDs or Blu-rays or whatever. It's like, no.
Nah, yes, you do what you gotta do, you know? You do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I honestly do actually watch my anime on Crunchyroll. And then there is
Mm-hmm.
another site which I will share with you after the stream. It actually has everything, actually, funnily enough.
Nice.
Yeah, more if it's the one we use.
Maybe. It,
Yeah.
maybe.
Death mentioned earlier that we did a Shaman King watch through for our podcast.
Yeah.
Funny thing about that is they were doing the annoying thing where they release it like, what is it? They weren't gonna release it on Netflix until the whole thing was out, and so we would have
Yeah,
had to wait.
until
And
it's
then
out and dubbed, so we got
Yeah.
that as it was actually happening.
yeah, it's
Wow.
like, yeah, it's just all the stupid practices of anime streaming, and it's just like, well, we're just gonna watch it
that's-
elsewhere. Netflix.
Netflix,
Listen, if we
Netflix,
want to
I
watch something new that's big while it's relevant, there's only so many ways to do it if they're gonna do this crap.
Yeah, actually, there's too many different ways. But then again,
Yeah.
it's too easy. It's too
Listen,
easy.
I'll just say One Piece is a good show. You should check it out. Wink.
I have watched
Meh.
I've watched every episode, and I'm caught up to now. I'm caught up to the end.
Oh man.
I'm
20.
the odd man out then, because I like not only have I not watched One Piece or kept up with everything, I just don't care about One Piece.
But then how you get to see the episode where like Frankie threatens to self-destruct his body by just farting himself to death, and someone else says the line, "I don't like what's going on in his pants."
Yeah,
Oh,
see, you
God.
you tell me that, and that makes me want to avoid it more.
Oh man.
I saw the cool moment with Whitebeard where he dies in like a video game, I think.
The
and
One
it's just like, oh, that
Piece! The One Piece
that-
is real!
yeah. So before the meme ruined that character, I saw the scene where he dies and like everything about that character. It's like, okay, he's cool. I like him a lot.
Yeah, Whitebeard's the best.
Whitebeard is Whitebeard. Can't go wrong with Whitebeard.
Oh man. He's so good. His beard's wide and everything.
Whitebeard is so good, no one questions himself to ask if he could change his name to White Mustache. Or like
Stash.
Moonbeard. Or like Moonbeard.
He's so good. His like pseudo probably not son just immediately gone to the warlords on name alone.
It's just on name alone. They just said, you know what? Give this kid the warlord status immediately. We don't know what he can do. And then
Listen, we don't know what he's up to. It's probably more confident than whatever Buggy's doing.
yeah, it actually would make more sense to know what he's doing versus
Yeah.
what Buggy's actually doing.
I love that Buggy has just kind of bumbled his way into power, and he just keeps going.
It's like
I
literally
think
by
That's another
gaslighting.
character I actually like. is
Just by
Buggy.
gaslighting, he just became a warlord. And then
I think the last thing I read is this, like, oh god, should I even talk about this? Because this would be like manga spoilers.
like I said,
Buggy somehow bumbles his way into power even harder.
I know. I was like, okay, hold up a second. I know he shouldn't be in power, but just by him being buddies with Shanks, being part of like Roger's crew, and then just all around just getting at Impel down, okay, I can see why he can get some infamy.
Yeah.
But
the meme is real. He is Buggy D Clown.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, because there's a whole thing where it's like, oh, characters with the D initial are destined for greatness or whatever, because it's the will of D, and there's a whole thing where it's like, oh, the descendants of the will of D are like, they like bear their fangs at God or whatever. So everyone like makes the joke that Buggy's actually Buggy D Clown.
Oh, okay. See, I thought
Yeah.
you were alluding to like, oh yeah, Buggy's related to Luffy or something, and I was just
Oh
gonna be like,
no,
what?
no, no,
That'd be
no,
yeah, that'd be
no.
stupid.
That would be
And
too
there's a whole
stupid.
thing where it's like he's not Gold Roger, he's Gold D Roger, and this is
Oh my
canon.
god. Oh
It's
my
like
god.
GOLD Rogers.
God. There's a whole crazy thing where it's like we finally learn where the One Piece is, and it's on this island called Raftel, which is like, it rises from the ocean like a raft, and it's like, okay, that makes sense. It's like a floating
it's like a
island that floats and
laugh tale.
sinks. Yeah, and then they learn that it's like, oh yeah, Raftel's actually a mistranslation, because actually when Gold Roger found the island, he saw the treasure, and he just laughed. That it's actually supposed to be Laugh-Tell, because L's and R's in Japanese are
Oh
like
my-
interchangeable.
Oh my god.
It's so good. Oh man. Freaking Laugh-Tale.
Oh god.
Man, whatever the One Piece actually is, like, Oda better make it satisfying, 'cause people are gonna be so mad if it's not.
I'm
So
not
I
even gonna
heard-
lie. Everyone
yeah.
is assuming it's gonna be a bottle of booze.
Would that okay, so as fans of the series, would that be a satisfying ending or no?
Probably. There's a song called Bing Sake that everyone will just sing yo ho ho because one of the characters.
There probably will be Bink Sake at the end of the One Piece. But it's like, I've heard a theory that would be way more satisfying and seems to get more canon by the moment.
Yep.
Oh.
Where it's like, alright, the theory is, it's like, alright, the world of One Piece, you have like the Grand Line, and it's like this like belt of the ocean it goes around, and the opposite side you have the Red Line, right? And it's this giant, crazy rock wall that just goes all the way around the planet, right? That's a bit strange, isn't it?
Little bit.
It's like, they go, and it's like, alright, you have the Red Line. On one point, you have the Marine headquarters on top of the rock wall, and directly below that is, like, Fishman Island, where it's like, they have specifically said, with, like, a 100% accurate fortune teller, that Luffy will, for a fact, somehow destroy Fishman Island in the future. My theory, the one that I've heard that I believe in, is that, like, One Piece is going to be some device that lets you, like, basically change the, like, landmass of the planet. And I'll explain why it's, like, an island-based world and why there's this giant weirdo rock wall and stuff. And that, like, Luffy's going to basically just hit a button and it'll, like, destroy the rock wall, and you'll make the marine base like collapse into the sea. It'll like destroy Fishman Island. They evacuate the place or whatever, and that will also make it so that all four seas are finally able to like connect together, which will make Sanji's dream come true of having like one ocean where like all the fish can like gather together and you can catch any type of fish in the world, and
And the
like
world.
all yeah.
And the world will be in one piece.
Yes, and it'll be like everyone can just go anywhere, and the world is free now.
Okay. I think that's a pretty satisfying conclusion.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I remember like people are talking about this a while back, and then like Wano happens, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the island around Wano, like how it's up and stuff, where it's like divide and stuff. Yeah, that's like not natural. There's actually like weird rock walls like underwater and stuff that create the weird currents and make all the weird like just stuff around the island just like a thing."
And then,
It's
and
like,
then
oh,
here's the thing.
huh.
So, all I gotta say right now is, for no reason whatsoever, when I
Yeah.
heard the story about how old Wano was buried in water, I'm just like, okay, someone has to literally be earthbending these walls up and just say, you know
Oh
what?
yeah.
Let's increase the wall and just like rainwater, just rainwater. Just rainwater
Yeah.
alone has made Wano separated from everything.
Yeah. Man, we're just. I'm so confident that that's gonna be like what it is. It's gonna be like this whole thing. And you are gonna like learn about the ancients and be like, all right, yeah, this is the tech they use. This is how they did. You know, this is how this works. Da 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 da. And it's like, okay, Luffy, do you want to just like hit this button and just do this thing? And we're gonna have a big war where the Marines are like, no, Luffy, don't you dare hit that button. We're going to just attack the island and just like you'll have to fight us to keep us from sinking the island and blowing it up. That'll just be like a big, final war arc, basically. That's how I
I'm
think
just
it's gonna
thinking
go.
Luffy's just
Yeah.
gonna say, "Hey, yo, I want a." Luffy's just gonna be like, "Hey, look, I want to fight everybody. Bring in everyone. This is the war to end all wars." And, like, he's just
Yeah,
like treatless violence.
that's a really dumb idea. What if Luffy uses the terraforming powers and he just makes a giant, like, straw hat, like, skull and crossbones on the map? Can't you see Oda doing that, like, immediately?
Yes, because Oda will literally say, "Fuck my community. These guys kept on
Oh,
making fun of
man.
Luffy and trying to ask for more serious stuff. Fuck
Yeah,
it, fine. I'll give
he
you
would
something that's not."
totally.
Now he's a literal cartoon character.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
actually is. He
exactly.
actually is.
Nothing we've said has been as crazy as that.
It nothing at all matches what Oda did with Luffy.
God, just a panel where Luffy's like dodging a dude's attacks, and he's like physically moving his head out of the way of their strikes. And the panel you can see, it's like he's like laughing. He's like, yo, kind of doing a weird face, and one of them he's just sleeping, which implies Luffy like is dodging his attacks in his sleep at some point, and then waking back up just to taunt him,
Yeah.
just to style on him.
And then there's the good old question that the anime community immediately wanted to ask. Can Luffy beat Goku? And the answer is, well, yes,
No.
actually. Well,
No.
oh, come on.
I listen, Luffy's strong. I'll believe for a second he can because it's like here's the thing: Luffy could like rubberize his body and probably bounce back a Kamehameha,
Or
but
better
Gear
yet,
5's
just
gonna
eat it.
run out.
My only guess is that if Luffy could just eat like a Kamehameha and then just bounce it back to Goku, and if Goku just uses the spirit bomb and just does that, Luffy just throws it back at him, or just like eats it
Yeah,
like
it's 'cause-
bubble gum and just spits it back.
Yeah, Luffy bounces back the spirit bomb, and then Goku goes Ultra Instinct. He's like, it's finally time for this to happen again, somehow. Holy crap, I never thought I'd use this power again.
Honestly, that'd be kind of funny.
Who would have ever thought a second person would reflect the spirit bomb somehow?
The only way to reflect it is literally if you are literally good and you can just say, you know what? This spirit bomb ain't nothing. Reflects the spirit bomb and sends it back.
Oh man. Fun fact, the freaking Ultra Instinct form is like basically not part of like what's his name? Like freaking Toriyama. Yeah, it's not part of Toriyama's original notes. So it is technically like anime manga only.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Toriyama canonized it, like, or at least if he didn't, he should have, because like that episode where Ultra Instinct happened, like, literally broke
It
Crunchyroll.
broke the
Like,
internet.
Oh yeah.
It literally broke the
Yeah.
internet. Twitter was down for like 24 hours straight. Crunchyroll was down. Every anime website and outlet was like dead.
yeah,
Ultra
if
Instinct is technically not canon, but it has been referenced, and they have talked about like, oh yeah, Goku, you need to train harder to get to Ultra Instinct or whatever.
Yeah, so Toriyama saw that and he was just like, okay, it's canon now. We're gonna work towards it.
Yeah.
It's like fine. At least our artists get to have an easy life in coloring Goku's hair. They don't have to color his hair at all.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
just
know
like,
what? Yeah. You know what is canon though? Lucky, how strong do you think Jiren is?
I don't care.
How strong do you think he is though?
I mean, pretty strong.
Would you have guessed he's barely stronger than Goku and Vegeta in their like Super Saiyan Blue forms?
Oh yeah, 100%.
No, because it took so much to beat him. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Apparently it's like the original plan from Toriyama's notes was that like, oh, Jiren's not stronger. He just fights really, really efficiently. And he's also not supposed to talk because that would be a waste of energy. He's supposed to be quiet, badass meditation enlightenment guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the thing. I'm Dragon Ball anime only, and it's like everyone's
Yeah.
just like, oh, but that didn't happen in the manga, so it's not canon. And it's like I've never read the manga. I don't know what's supposed to be canon or not. So if it was in the anime, it's canon.
So this led to a baffling moment where the new movie comes out, which Toriyama wrote and like directed and everything, and characters literally like, oh yeah, Jiren wasn't actually that much more powerful than either of us. He was just
Yeah, that was
really,
in-
really efficient.
Yeah, was that in Superhero?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah, bull crap. It took
Oh man.
it took the entire like every single remaining fighter in Universe 7 to beat him. It took Goku and Frieza working together.
Actually
Yeah.
putting their differences aside and saying, "Hey, I want to live. So let's actually work together on this. I want to actually be alive."
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, it took Frieza legitimately like trusting Goku, who he hates, to beat Jiren.
This ironically means there are 3 different Dragon Ball canons right now. There's the manga, the anime, and then Toriyama's vision of the anime that hasn't been realized.
I'm not even gonna lie. We should have probably gotten like an arc where Goku just says, "You know what? I'm gonna go bring back some Saiyans. I'm gonna go bring back like Ma and Dad, and I'm gonna just say fuck Raditz because that guy tried destroying the Earth." And the dad's like, "Boy, you better bring your older brother back." And it's like, "Fine."
So
I think I saw some post somewhere. It's like, oh yeah, Dragon Ball introducing Goku's brother just to kill him off immediately is one of the wildest writing decisions.
yeah, I think that
Thank you, Angel Wings.
I
for
think
the
that
follow.
bringing back the
Welcome.
entire Saiyan race is absurd. Like I understand why it hasn't been done, even if Toriyama hasn't like thought about it. It's just like, yeah, whatever, they're dead. I don't want to bring them back. But like from a universe writing standpoint, like Saiyans are bloodthirsty, planet conquering like murderers. Even Vegeta, who's turned like good, is like even Vegeta hasn't brought up the idea of bringing back the Saiyans because he knows it would be an absolute pain to deal with them.
Honestly. Like, what would be kind of a little bit more worse is that King Vegeta would be all kinds of pissed off if he found out one of his own children aren't the strongest Saiyans in the entire race, and that a low-class Saiyan son is stronger than his own kid. All I can hear is that, "Vegeta, why are you so weak?" And Vegeta's like, "Father, I am stronger than you and every other Saiyan. Why are you constantly getting on me about this? Shouldn't you be getting on my brother for that?" "What brother?"
Vegeta, ironically, like, I'm the second strongest Saiyan that has ever existed.
I believe that Super mentions Tarble, so I
Yes.
think he's actually canon.
He is actually canon. He's kind of been canon.
Man.
I remember
So, like,
Toriyama
what about
actually
your
wanted
brother
him.
Yeah.
Vegeta? And Vegeta's like, oh, he's off in space somewhere.
Yeah.
Like all other Vegeta fans, Vegeta's dad will just have to get used to disappointment.
It's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
You brought up a funny thing where it's just like, oh, his dad gets onto him for whatever reason, and Vegeta's just like, I'm literally a god. You are. Can you go Super Saiyan? I bet you can't.
nah, there's a literal skit where King Vegeta is like, so why is one of my children so weak? And he's like, Father, I'm
Oh my
a
God.
god. I am the second strongest being in this room besides Kakarot. And like, can you
I
go
just
Super
so-
Saiyan? I know Kakarot's father can go Super Saiyan, though that's not canon yet. But like, he can
That's
still go
a
Super
really
Saiyan.
dumb idea. Vegeta's like, I'm one of the strongest Saiyans in the freaking, like, ever. I'm one of the strongest Saiyans that have ever existed. And he's like, who's above you? And Vegeta's like, well, there's Goku. He's like, oh, so you're the second strongest, right? And Vegeta's like, about that.
Broly has entered the chat.
Kefla has entered the chat.
Okay, so that
Khalifa.
if we're only going with their universe, that doesn't count.
Well, you gotta really think about this real quickly. Their Broly's dead, and technically that Broly is the second strongest.
So the movies aren't canon, so Broly doesn't exist in their universe.
Which
Yeah.
Broly?
Like original Broly.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
I thought you were
I
talking
know.
like new Broly.
I know, but like, still, that Broly still mopped the floor with Vegeta, and then Goku almost got his ass handed too. And
Which
then
Broly are
Yeah.
we talking about? Old Broly, new Broly, or film Broly?
New Broly, New Broly, New Broly.
New Broly's great.
Yeah, he mopped the floor with Vegeta. Literally wiped that
Oh,
smug
man.
face off his mouth. I'm just like, yes,
Smoke
perfection.
face off his mouth.
I love that. I love that bit in the Broly movie where Vegeta and Goku need to like get away to go like fuse, and they like run past Frieza so that Broly gets his attention focused on him, and he starts beating the snot out of Frieza.
It's like,
So
I need a
good.
punching bag.
Man.
I choose you. And then just proceeds to just wreck Vegeta's entire day.
Yeah. It's so good because Frieza's the cause of all the issues in the first place. So it's just like, yeah, Frieza just gets beat up.
Yeah,
It's
get
well
him.
deserved. It's well deserved getting reverse jumped. Getting reverse
Oh,
jumped is well
man.
deserved right there.
Oh man, I can't believe Frieza's so stupidly overpowered now.
He is so overpowered, he can still get bodied
Holy
somehow.
crap.
Apparently he's like near God of Destruction level
Yeah,
now.
the newest
like, with his-
Frieza
with his black
transformation
form.
is stupid. It's so dumb.
Yeah, and then everyone I've seen on social media is like, can he say it? And everyone's like, no, but can he fight? And the answer is yes, but like, can he actually fight? And then they're like, no. And then everyone said, then he can't.
Oh man.
It's like, can he say the magical like word? And everyone said, can he fight? Then no.
Here's the thing. Can he say it? No.
No.
Would he say it? Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Even if we said no, don't say
Oh,
it.
man.
He would.
It's just, man, there's just like this dumb video I found. It's like this dumb sketch. It's like racism in anime or whatever. It's this guy going from freaking like series to series, just dealing with anime racism. He just goes to Dragon Ball. He's like, okay, 3, 2, 1, Saiyan Monkey. He's like, all right, there it is.
There's just a
So
massive
dumb.
compilation of every time Frieza calls a Saiyan a
Oh
monkey.
my god.
It's a pretty long video, I think.
God, it's so fucking edgy. Oh man, that video is great. That's so funny.
It's like I'm just waiting for the moment Frieza gets even more no, I'm just waiting for Frieza to get beat even more. Like this man deserves all kinds of beat downs. I can only
Yeah.
I can only see Frieza getting his butt handed to him at every turn. Like
This will be the one time Ultra Ego actually does something.
actually does something other than just taking hits.
Oh my god, that's still the dumbest. Holy crap.
Cuz like let's not forget. Vegeta literally was being taught by Beerus. And then Beerus just said, "Hey, Vegeta, you qualify to be a god of destruction. I shall ask you this once. Become my successor if Kakarot doesn't want to." And then Vegeta's like, "I want to be stronger than Kakarot. Please train me." He's like, fine then. Let's go with that then. And then just like he proceeds to learn Hakai, and then actually gets like an earring whenever he goes Ultra Ego. And then I'm just like, okay. Now my only question is, how is the fusions gonna be? Whenever they do say, you know what, let's fusion, and then what the heck kind of hairstyle is this?
It's like half white, half black. It's like zebra stripes.
Well, they've done multiple hair colors in a fusion. His name is Gotenks.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Go
man.
Tank. That makes more sense.
The gimmick is going to be that it's like they're really good at dodging, but then Frieza gets really fast, they punch them out, and they just look Frieza in the eye and they say, "Oh yeah, thank you, because of that damage, I'm stronger now."
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy combination of like, oh, you can't hit me, and if you can hit me, you'll wish you hadn't.
Oh man, I can't believe Vegeta literally unlocked a new form, and the power is literally he gets his ass beat to get stronger, and he
It's
goes
literally
down because he got his
masochism.
ass beat too much.
It's a literal masochism.
Vegeta spec'd into a black deck, and it does not work for him. It bleeds life way too fast.
He literally invested in just like the bleeding like build from like Elden Ring, and then all he did was just say, "Hit me, I dare you." Proceeds to get swung by the entire party, and it's like, "Alright, stop hitting me, I'm about to die." And it's like, "But you told us to hit you."
No, you have to hit me only a little, and then I have to fight back and be really cool. My organs.
I swear, if Team 4-Star ever comes back to doing like Dragon Ball Abridged, I hope they do that part where it's like Vegeta's just like being all kinds of cocky, and then he just gets completely beat.
Okay, so they're kind of coming back.
That's
Are you
good.
familiar with Are you familiar with Totally Not Mark?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay, he does like anime reviews. Mostly he's like a Dragon Ball channel.
Okay, yeah.
Check out his channel this Saturday. He's gonna do like a 2-part. He's been covering like all of the Dragon Ball Z arcs from the Saiyan Saga, and this Saturday will be the Buu Saga, or at least part 1 of it.
Okay.
He is getting Team 4-Star. They have made a bunch of like bits, like little skits for the review, and yeah, it's basically going to be the Boo series abridged. Not the whole thing, just like parts of it, but it's better than what we were getting before, which was nothing.
Okay, that's good. Maybe if it like works out, they'll be like, "Hey, maybe we can do something with this after all."
Well, I think
But
this
if
is
not,
going
they
to
like,
be.
yeah.
I think this is going to be Boo abridged. Like Masako X, the voice actor for Goku in the abridged series, he said that his recording for his lines for it went for almost an hour. So seemingly there's a lot.
Okay, yeah, alright, that's fair. How long till someone puts the entire thing up on its own on YouTube?
No, how long will it take for someone to put the entire thing on Twitter?
God, that's right. Oh god.
I've seen some. I literally watched the entire Mario movie off of Twitter.
Oh man.
I'm kid you not. It was funny. It made me laugh.
While we were doing our Metabots like watch along, we got to a point where there is a character who just goes by Space Metabotter X. And sometimes things just line up in a way that works really well with current events.
Yeah, Death's thumbnail for that upload on YouTube is really good.
Just him in front of the big flashy dumb Twitter headquarters X.
Yeah, did you see that on Twitter? The
Oh, man.
like the seizure-inducing X logo he put up on their building? Guessing not.
Yeah, Elon Musk was like, oh yeah, Twitter is X now, and he put up a big, rickety, like, X thing with, like, steel beams that just, like, seizure flashes at the building across the street.
Yeah, and so Death put and Space Meta Fighter X does like a pose and like a glowing X like
Yeah.
is behind him in like the pose. And so Death took him doing the pose and then put him in front of like the seizure-inducing X logo.
God, I had to cut that entire character out. That, like,
Oh,
that was
God.
harder than I thought it'd be.
Wait.
but
We're
it
talking
was
about
so
like the
worth
X
it.
logo from like their board, like their giant like board in like I think L.A. or something like that.
That he put on
Hang
the
on,
building.
The billboard for Twitter, or should I say X?
Alright. I don't know if there's, like, a better way to do this. I'm going to just, like, link this in the Discord. Self-promo, screw it, why not? Yeah, that's
sure,
fine.
absolutely. It's perfect for there.
It's just so in front of the big
X
flashing
meta
dumb
butters.
Twitter building sign. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
and what
God.
was the? I should just check it because you posted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, SpaceX Meta Botter. That's it.
Mavbots number 3132.
I think I came up with that joke in the podcast.
Ah, you might have. It's a really
It's
good
like-
one, though. Yeah.
Yeah, SpaceX Meta Fighter or whatever. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, man. God, we've had some, like, good fucking thumbnails. Man, yeah, Cast find it. If I'm all okay, I think it's fine now. I think they've calmed down a bit. Because Lizer is like, oh yeah, here's a dumb clip, like here's a dumb JPEG from the Shorewire, and you've got the one where it's like just freaking Erica just doing a tabloid piece on Logan Paul in the hat. God.
Oh god.
Oh god, my character is losing it. Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of ones that actually look good. Yeah, here's the one where it's like the lady's being carried away by like a tentacle robot.
Dude, your model was just like going everywhere for like a second.
Oh god, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think they're clipping through their own dress, and that's a problem. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, the freaking like. Oh god, no, don't. Yeah, God, the chameleon, he's got the dumb face. Yeah, it's like the model is like a member of the PTA. Oh man, there's some good ones. Yeah, the costume part. Oh right, yeah, the one with the Metaforce was really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
25 and 26, proud of that one. Yeah. Freaking. Oh yeah, the bridge ones. Oh god, oh.